This is the 2025 Hyundai Elantra N. This model is the 7-speed DCT. The window sticker is here. MSRP is $37,125, with about $500 being this performance blue paint, which is very nice, very sleek. And this is the 2025 variant, which means that it does have a front refresh that looks quite different than the 2022 model year. With this Elantra N, you do get a base model as a 6-speed manual. This one, the DCT, is about $1,200 more expensive. Under the hood, we have a 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder that pumps out about 278 horsepower. If you do get the DCT version, you have an NGS button on the steering wheel, the N-Gren shift, that gives you 10 additional horsepower. This one is powered to a Hyundai 7-speed dual-clutch transmission and is lightning fast. It's almost as fast as the Porsche PDK. In this segment, you are looking at the Volkswagen Jetta GLI, Subaru WRX, Honda Civic Type R, which is manual only. This Hyundai Elantra N does come standard with the Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires, which is 245/35 R19 in the rear and 245/35 R19 in the front. Let's take a look inside the rear seats. I'm 5'8", sitting behind my driving spot, plenty of knee room, more than 2.5 fists. Headroom is decent, although in the back you do not get rear vents. You do get 2 USB-C charging ports, that's nice. And behind this N Sport bucket style seat, it's very, very nice, very good looking. Plenty of space. You do get Alcantara in the back seats as well as in the front seat. There are these blue stitching which matches the car's color and the N badge all over the space. There is no rear cup holders and there's no rear heated seats, but that is to be expected for this price range. Looking at the space of the Elantra N in the trunk, you do get a cargo net that is additional add-on for this car specifically. If you take a look inside, this N does give you a anti-roll bar that's rat accent in the back, which looks really good. Looking under the floor mat, you do not get a spare tire, but you do get your standard tire repair and inflation kit, which is nice. Sitting in the driver's seat of this 2025 Elantra N, it's quite spacious for this segment. We are comparing it to the Volkswagen Jetta GLI, the Honda Civic Type R, or even the Honda Civic Si, and the Subaru WRX. And this cabin is well insulated, decent amount of plastic here. The grab handle for the passenger, or the oh shit handle for the passenger. You do get some suede or Alcantara on the door side, as well as on these sport bucket style seats. These do light up just like the ones in the BMW M-Power, which is nice. With the blue stitching all over the place, it looks really good inside and out. As for the steering wheel, you do get windshield wiper stock on the right, turn signal stock on the left, these nice big aluminum paddle shifters. Because this is a DCT model, you do get the gear shifter instead of a manual shifter. And you do get a parking brake, which is something that you don't see very often in 2025. Most manufacturers are moving to electronic parking brakes, so it's good to see a regular parking brake. As for the infotainment, everything is powered by buttons. This is a 10.25-inch touchscreen. It's very nice. Works great. You get your HVAC control, OS buttons as standard. Heated seats for the passenger. Get a 12-volt in the bottom area. USB-A and a USB-C port, which you do get a wireless charging pad. It is Qi wireless charging. It does give you a small indicator light when your phone is charging. Looking at the paddles, aluminum style paddles. Of course, this has the cover over it because it's a dealership car. And let's take a look at the seats. So the seats for this Elantra N, no matter which trim you go for, which means either the 6-speed manual or the 7-speed DCT, you are looking at a full manual seats. And the same goes for the steering wheel that has tilt and telescopic steering wheel adjustments, which is nice. Under the seats to the left, you have your gas cap pop button, trunk release button. Pretty standard, no capless fueling. You get a nice looking spoiler in the back. I do apologize, it's raining a bit today. And you do get these dual, nice, big exhaust tips that sound really well. With that being said, let's take a look at the right side. Like I said, the 245 R19 in both the rear and the front, with these nice Hyundai N badged Brembo brakes, and they do work really well. This car is fast, has lots of power, lots of torque, and you do need a good brake to slow them down. Let's take a look at one more time at the front. This is the facelifted 2025 variant, so it does look different compared to the ones before. And let's hear how this sounds. The multimedia system, it's a touchscreen. It works really good. It's very smooth. You get all your settings, and this one does support the Hyundai Blue Link, which you can use your phone as a digital key to unlock the car. The N mode button takes you to the N performance mode, where you can check your brake press level, speed, your lap timer, and a circuit timer, which does have a lot of these pre-built in tracks, such as Road America, which is very nice to see. Your throttle, oil temperature, engine temperature. You can also change them on the screen. You do see oil temperature. If you press N, takes you to the N preset, the sport mode, takes you to the full N mode. If you hold down these buttons, takes you to N custom mode. You can customize what drive mode these buttons take you to. So as for the exhaust, you do have a standard mode that fires up a bit. When you go on the full N mode, the car wakes up, gets quite loud.